hours I've been putting in. So take a chance on faith. Your mind's a boundless place.
Hey folks, welcome to the channel. So, doing something a little different tonight. I need to edit a video for the IGOW competition. If you don't know what IGOW is, it's the International Game of Whoop. T-Bird, welcome. Robert Ortlip, nice seeing you again. So the International Game of Whoop, it's basically a game of horse, except for spelled with whoop, clearly. But all video entries are due Friday by midnight, and I don't think I'm going to have time to work on it tomorrow, so I'm going to get a head start on it and do it today. I usually try to get it done at least a day or two ahead of time in case I got to change something. But we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go through and do an edit. I'm not the best at editing videos, for sure. I'm sure plenty of you guys out there may be a lot better than I am. You might learn something from me, and if you can give me any tips along the way, I would greatly appreciate it. So with that said, I went out to my local park to get through the requirements for this last IGOW competition. So here is what the requirements for the video are. All 6 of these need to happen. I need to have a chase clip that's a minimum of 3 seconds, a self-landing, that's where you land the micro on yourself, a human gate, so basically just through the legs or something like that, tree surfing, which is basically flying around the canopy of a tree for a minimum of 5 seconds, a slide disarm, land on top of a kid's slide, disarm, go down the slide, rearm, take off. And another one that they call throttle control, which is flying underneath a truck from bumper to bumper, not the short way, the long way. On top of that, so all of those have to happen. You can reuse an old clip if you want for only one requirement, and we'll talk about that later. On top of that, there are additional things that you need to do. You need to do at least one of these. One is a letter gate. So if you have a sign that's made of letters, and like let's say there's an O, you can fly through the O, and that will be your letter gate. Another one is a natural dive gate. So basically something that's out that you can dive through, like a basketball hoop or some sort of playground equipment. Odysseus's arrow, and the way they showed this is like flying through like a series of structures, like a bike rack or something like that. And I've got something that I hope counts. We'll see. And then a gorilla gate, which is fly around a store and go through some stuff in a store, like gorilla whooping. If you've never seen gorilla whooping, look it up. There's some pretty neat videos, especially by Bot Grinder. But I wasn't going to do that. I don't want to irritate anybody. So I need at least one of those, and if I do more than one of those, then I can make my video up to 2 minutes long. But only one of these last things, and it's a minute and a half. So I did an Odysseus gate, but I don't know if they're going to count it because they should. But I don't want to take the chance of running over my time limit, so I'm going to try to keep it to a minute and a half. If I can't do that, then I'll bump it up to the 2 minutes and just press my luck. So right now, as far as the competition goes, I'm at a W and a H, so I'm 2 letters deep. It sucks. Mostly just I didn't follow directions. So with that said, we'll keep going. Robert Ortlip, first tip: location, location, location. Man, you are not wrong at all. Daxty FPV, what's up, man? Hey, welcome. I usually don't stream on a Thursday, but I got off work early, and I need to kind of get this video done. A little bit of housekeeping. If you want to know anything Tweet FPV, you want to help me out, contact me, look at some of the products I'm producing, head over to linktree.com, well, the one I put in the video description. Oh, that's the sound of batteries being done. I like that sound. Head over there, and it's just a place where all the links that have to do with my channel and what I'm doing here, all in one place. Another piece of big news is this. You guys are the first ones that are seeing it. Hopefully this worked. Okay, so where are we at? Well, we're at PyroDrone. Let's look at new products. And scrolling through, holy crap, what is this? It's my grips. I have my grips being sold at PyroDrone now. So now 2 major US retailers, Race Day Quads and now PyroDrone. PyroDrone has a special color that I made just for them. It's called Pyro Orange. Unfortunately, they don't have any pictures of it on their site yet. Let me see if I got a picture of it. I think I do. Oh, look at, I got another screen over here that I'm looking at. All right, let me head over to one of my, I think one of my patrons sent me a picture of these grips, and man, they're just sick looking. Give me 1 second here. If you have any comments or suggestions, please type @ and tweet FPV, and it will pop up in orange, and I'll see it. Same thing with super chats; those stick out pretty well. You know, I have no idea where those pictures went. I'm kind of bummed right now that I can't find them. Poking through some other pages here. I really need to get better at saving this stuff to a place where I can get a hold of it. So many different social media platforms, it's hard to, oh, here they are. Ah, look at that. How about that? And that. And that. So this is the Pyro orange grips that I'm making for them. Clemson Orange, that's what, that a hockey team, something like that? Sure, that's pretty accurate to the way, well, I mean, I don't know what it looks like on your screen, but for me, it's a very bright orange under the right lighting conditions, but Pyro Drone, and of course I'm going to carry my Etsy store. Pyro Drone is going to be the only one carrying that orange, so pretty cool looking. Pretty cool looking. All right, so let's go ahead and get back to the matter at hand, and that's editing this video. So typically I work on a 2-screen setup. Sias, tweet FPV, is running Project Mockingbird worth it? On a micro, absolutely. Absolutely worth it. Pretty much every micro I have for racing, we'll keep that straight. For racing, everyone I have runs Project Mockingbird or Silverware, just kind of depending on what flight controller there is. Like this guy here, this is running Project Mockingbird Silverware, so this is a hell of a racer. This has just a custom Betaflight tune for more of a cinematic, since it's a HD hauler. This one here is also Silverware with whatever tune came with it. So it all depends on what you're trying to get out of it. But in general, Project Mockingbird is awesome. If you have like the Tiny Hawk series, that makes them just freaking nice, really nice. Okay, so I normally edit on a 2-screen setup. So this is kind of what my my dual desktop looks like. And so here's how I use Adobe Premiere. I had a laptop a while back. That was my only editing rig, and it had an internal GPU and a dedicated GPU. Premiere Pro was the only thing that would utilize that internal GPU, so that's why I'm on Premiere. Looking back, I really wish I would have went with DaVinci Resolve, just because it's not a subscription service. But I do use the rest of the Premiere or the Adobe suite for other things on work related as well, so I'm just kind of dealing with it. But Adobe's way too expensive. Sai says, I ordered the Modulus 6 today with the 19,000 kV motors for racing. I've heard the PID rates stock are kind of trash. They are kind of trash. 2 things you need to do is find a Project Mockingbird CLI dump for it, put that on there, and then the other one is to flash JESC, the 48 kilohertz PWM frequency ESC firmware. That'll make it pretty nice. Okay, so I have a default profile saved here for Premiere Pro, which will it brings up a pre-set up template. So it's going to be a 60 frames per second, 1080p timeline. It's going to have my files that I normally use in every video kind of right here. Has my my File Explorer window, a couple of my essential graphics here, which is like the lower thirds and things like that, and effects over here. So this is my typical 2-screen setup, but for this video I'm going to go with a 1-screen setup because it's going to work a lot better for you guys to watch along, and so I can also monitor the chat. I really need a 3rd screen, don't I? Yeah. Alright, so we'll go back to let's change this to workspaces and editing. There we go. So we're going to go down to a single desktop here. Actually, I'm going to go back to the dual desktop just for a second so I can dump in my presets here. So we'll go back to dual desktop so you guys can watch. I really wish I could do something about this big black space down here. So I have my sequence here. Here's my typical logo. So I'll go ahead and dump that into the timeline here. It's something I always kind of have in my video. And over here I'm going to go and find my project. So I have a network attached storage that I put all my videos on. So right now I'm and I will actually edit off of this NAS. So I have my IGOW stuff broken out by weeks. Here's all my videos that I took. So I recorded all this stuff today, and here's all the good stuff that well, here's all the stuff that I liked. I even used the Insta360 Go today, but unfortunately the plugin for Premiere doesn't seem to be working, so I had to pre-render that one. Now let's go ahead and switch back to the single setup here. And there we go. So like I said, if you guys have any questions while I'm doing this, feel free to speak up. I'll try to help you as best I can. And if you see something that I'm doing that's just stupid, that there's an easier way, please say something. I'm very open to suggestions here, because I'm sure there's people that are way better at this than I am. Actually, I know there are. And I'm sure some of you guys are probably way better at this than I am. Okay, so I have my intro here, and here's some of the video files that I recorded today. So it was a beautiful day out here in southern Alabama. So I got on the old motorcycle here. If it's too loud, like a desktop audio is weird, say something, please. And basically just went and shut that off so we're not going back to the mic. I had the Insta360 Go mounted to my gauge cluster here, and just went for a ride out to the park. I probably won't include this in the video. I would like to a little bit, just because it breaks it up a little bit. But I'm going to be limited to a minute and 30 seconds. So we'll go ahead and set that aside. And here's the video I recorded today. So this is going to knock off a lot of the requirements for today. Let's see. There was a long delay starting up because, I don't know, I was setting up a radio or something. Oh, where am I at? All right. So here we go. We take off. Do a loop around myself. Here is the tree surfing. So I have to have a minimum 5 seconds. And they also kind of are judging by how many of these things you get in one single take. So here's my tree surfing. This live going to be uploaded later? Yeah, absolutely, Crazy EB. Or, sorry, Cyber B. Learn to read, right? So here's my tree surfing. And we're going to come back around to this slide, and we're going to do the slide disarm. So we're going to come up to the top of the slide, disarm, and rearm, take off. And there is a piece of workout equipment here at this playground. I'm going to do the old dive. Come back around this tree, and we're going to go into the self-disarm. Oh, sorry, human gate and self-disarm right there. So we'll clip that there. I don't want any of the audio from the quad because it just sounds like holy hell. Hey, oh, were you guys listening to that this whole time? If you were listening to that quad audio, say something. I forgot that was going on. So there is most of my tricks. So that checks off all but 2 of the things on the main 6 and 1 of the optional things that you have to do. Oh, okay, thanks, Sai. I totally forgot about that. So I will make sure I mute desktop audio for now. Oh wait, let's do this, and okay, desktop audio is muted. Sorry guys, totally forgot about that. I shut it off on my speaker I have here, and totally forgot about you guys. My bad. All right, so that's going to get us to the end here. By the way, I'm using a Logitech MX Master 2 mouse. It's really great for custom shortcuts for doing Adobe Premiere work. So here is, so after that flight, I was having a lot of issues with this quad, and this is kind of my favorite 1S HD quad. I think the VTX is finally getting ready to crap itself out. I can only fly for maybe 30 seconds before I just get nothing but snow. So we're going to go and let's just trim it here, fly under the truck. Oh, by the way, this is where all the grips come from. That's where the baby grips get created. What quad? So this quad is this one here. Not that one, this one. This is a kind of a custom build. It was a Modulus 6 HD, but the Modulus 6 HD just plain, hey there I am, just plain sucks. It is a terrible quad. I do not recommend buying it at all for really any reason. But the camera, the flight controller, ESC combo, that is inside of this quad. It's a Beta 75 1S frame with 11.0 somethings, hang on, 1102 18,000 kV motors, and this is on a 1S rig here. This is actually a really good quad. The video is pretty jello-y. This thing is pretty beat. The flight controller is not held on in 2 of the corners. The props are all twisted up. It needs an overhaul, which I have a new frame. I'm planning on doing a build video on another setup like this. But that's, well, all right. CyberBee, you say no happy model for me. Happy Model is about the only company that does a flight controller, ESC, and VTX. And let's see, flight controller, ESC, VTX, receiver in one board. If you're going for the lightest quad you could possibly make, especially if you're going to haul around an HD board on 1S, there's not a lot of other options than Happy Model. So they're pushing the envelope more than just about any other company. I think Newbie Drone has a board coming out that will do all those things, but Newbie Drone's been doing it for a while. Quality control is, well, that's the Happy Model way. Today, Park Ranger kicked me off the baseball field where I've been flying for over a month, which there are 4 baseball fields. Now, a single person site was out there. Now I have nowhere to fly. Man, that sucks. Was it like a national park? Because I know drones are pretty much illegal at a national park, and if it's a city park, there'd have to be an ordinance or something like that. Your best thing you can do is just walk away, say, yep, no sir, thank you sir, I'll leave, and then go back another day. Keep flying. F them. Okay, back to the editing. So this, we do a little loop around the garage, a little flip, and I think right there is about where I want to end it. This is going to get me up to minute 16. So that gets me almost all of the bare minimums, except for right now I need a chase scene. So the chase scene is something I'm going to use from an older video that I have. This was for my vacation back to Michigan this year, and I got my daughter, I got some good chase footage of her riding around. So I only need, I got it all written down here, I need 3 seconds of chase footage, so we're just going to pick out 3 seconds here. I plan on going to City Hall tomorrow to complain about the rules and regulations, because I guess no drones are supposed to be flown within city limits or without an FCC license and a permit. So you need a part 107. but you're a recreationalist. You're not making videos. You're not making money off of it. So the FAA does not, the Part 107 does not apply to you. Now, if you go there to fly with the intent to make videos that produce money, then yeah. Chris, I fly mostly at my house. I fly at local parks. I try to keep a low profile just because it scares people. Like the park today I flew at, I showed up, there was like one family there and they were playing. I went on the other side of the park, and by the time I was done, more people started rolling in, so I just packed up my shit and left. Best thing you can do is kill them with kindness. You know, I mean, I know it's kind of bullshit, and they probably don't know the rules and the laws. Or maybe they do, but you know, you just got to deal with it. All right, so we need 3 seconds of this. So, oh, that sucked right there. And let's go with. And get up closer. How about right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll trim it right there. So now I'm at 1:25. So this in and of itself is everything for the competition. And I can just post it like this and be done. You know, I won't get a letter or anything. If I'm flying at a park where there's a lot of people, I'll fly a tiny whoop. But, you know, I'll fly a 5-inch if nobody's around, or if it's at like a baseball field or something like that. You know. Robert Ortlip says, you would love it here in the city. They won't let you take off or land on city property. So we're taking off from our hand. Not a thing they can do. Park boss even laughed and said, you got me. Well, that's awesome until they make a new rule, but that's good, you know. It's their rules. Sometimes you got to beat them at it. Oh, don't worry, this hobby will be dead in 2 years anyways, thanks to the FCC and money-grubbing whore companies that, never mind. This isn't that stream. This is editing. We're editing. Answering questions. All right, so that is all the things here. So I have the chase clip, which is this one, the self-landing, the human gate, the tree surfing, the slide disarm, the throttle control going under the truck, the natural dive gate, and so that will get me a maximum of 1.5 minute video. Now I can add one more element and make it 2 minutes. So this here, this is my Odysseus arrow. So that's not a natural occurring gate or anything like that, but I don't really see what the difference is. So we need 12 gates. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I get better here next time I go around. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nope, I biffed. So I need to go back more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, boom. All right. Ah, crap, stop. Let's go back here, and we're going to trim it right about here. So that'll be my out. Make sure we got 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. So I got 17 gates there. That puts me at 1:30, 1:38. That clip is like maybe the 6th time she's ridden that motorcycle. She really took to it quick. Cool story about that bike is that's the bike I learned to ride on when I was a kid, and the same with my brother. So it's been in the family for a long time. It's been at my parents' house, just kind of kept in the basement, clean and well preserved, and she loves it. She's already kind of outgrown it, so I gotta look at something else. I was thinking maybe another bike with an automatic gearbox, but she's gonna have to learn gears eventually. So I think the next one's probably gonna be like a I don't know, like an XR80 or something like that. I don't know. It depends on whatever. If I run into a good deal on something, we'll see. Let's see. Are you flying a HD whoop with Crossfire? What model is that? You sure your CLI tuning? All right. So Monada. All right. I'm going to call you Monada. Sorry if it's wrong, but I am flying a HD whoop. It is this guy here. This is a custom build. It is on Crossfire. Looking back, well, now that my Tango 2 will do external modules, I would not do Crossfire on a micro. The receiver and the antenna weigh far too much. You know, it's like 10% of the overall weight is the receiver, so not going to use it anymore. Now that I can get away with it and fly my Tango 2 still. Sharing my CLI tuning, I can do it, but it's not going to do you any good unless you're building the exact same thing I'm building, and even then it'll be different. I can, here, all right, I'll show you a quick glimpse of what my tuning looks like. You might be disappointed here, so let's, beta flight, all right. Just because you asked, and I'm a man of the people, I guess. Here's my Pid tuning. This is a 75mm 1S whoop, carrying a Runcam micro split light, something like that. There's my Pid tuning. Not a whole lot of changes. There's my rates. Nothing special. And here's my filter settings. This is about as special as it gets. It can be better, trust me. It can be better. With this quad, you have to learn how to fly around the bad characteristics. Yeah, I could tune it out, but it's way easier to tune it with these. But here, this is my Pid tune. Actually, yeah, this one's my Pid tune right here. Cool. Does that help you out at all? Do you like that? Hopefully that helps you out, at least maybe get you a baseline. But Betaflight 4.2 PIDs are pretty darn good. This is also running JESC 48 kilohertz PWM frequency. So yeah, that's it. Disconnect this guy, and let's go back to cheapo Stream Deck. Don't buy a Stream Deck if you can't afford it. Build one. This is like $4. All right, I'll go back to the chat. The park ranger said it violates people's rights to privacy since you can record them, which is bullshit because you're in public and it's right. Yeah, he's full of crap. He clearly doesn't understand what it is that you're doing. Ask him, whose privacy am I violating when you're in the park? Like, were there people around that were complaining, or is he just doing the woke thing and being upset for other people? You can photo anything in public. Yep, you're 100% correct. Do you think it's a filter issue on the VTX? Is that what you're saying? Sorry, Robert. I'm assuming you're saying it's a filter issue on the VTX. No, it was working really well, and it started doing this. So I took the stock antenna off, and I soldered on a whip, and it was really good for maybe 30 packs, and now it started doing it again. But I have crashed the living dog snot out of this thing, so I'm hoping the board's not dead, and I can just maybe just resolder the antenna. But I think the VTX is getting hot because I think the antenna's screwed up on it. But this should be a testament to the possible durability of Happy Model boards. By the way, sorry about this finger. I smashed it pretty good at work. Okay. Oh, good. So that helps you out. Great. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of Betaflight. Okay, so we're back to here. This gets me to 1:38. I really don't want to push my luck because they may not feel that this is a good Odysseus arrow, which will then make my video need to be 1.5 minutes. So I'm wondering if I could pack it all into about 1.5 minutes and call this an Odysseus arrow. What do you guys think? Go for 1.5 minutes or just stretch it out to 2? I don't have much to stretch out to 2. Like, I think I got it all in here under the 2-minute mark. So this one here, this is the chase scene. This is the under the truck. So I want to end on that one. I got a new set of goggles recently, and every once in a while when flying it just black screen. There we go, black screens. Yeah, that happens. It happens on a lot of things. It's kind of weird. Weird that it goes black. Robert Ortlip says, can you show beginning again? Is there anything you can cut out? The beginning, yeah, I can definitely trim the beginning quite a bit here, I think. This is all kind of just filler. So we can roll it back to maybe there. So at minute 32. And you get extra points, or I guess you get extra points, I'm not really sure how they judge it, for having more things in one video. Now I only need 5 seconds of tree surfing, right? Yeah, 5 seconds. So I could probably trim out a lot of this tree surfing stuff. Maybe just start with tree surfing after the logo. So let's go here and let's trim back 29. We start here. Yeah, that kind of sucks. Stop before the gut shot. Well, that's part of the requirements is to do a self landing. Unfortunately. Let's see, is that 5 seconds? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. And then the slide. Oh, I'm down to 1:16. Ooh, look at that. There's the dive. Kind of a crappy dive, but this is literally first pack. Human gate. And gut shot. Boop. So I could trim off about a 1/8 of a second there. So I'm thinking maybe we can lead with this one because I really like this clip. Stop, you shit. Why are you doing this to me? Go there. Ugh. Oh, let's see. You can speed up the video in places you're not performing a challenge, or is that out? Nope, nobody said you couldn't do it. I do like that idea, and I've used it once, but it does look kind of weird. Manada, is that how you say your name? Please let me know. Manada, do you recommend any pre-built HD Tiny Whoop? Sorry, lots of questions. Dude, ask all the questions you want. That's what I'm here for. Pre-built Tiny Whoops. There's really not a lot of good ones. Probably the beta, geez. Well, what size? Do you want to go 65, 75, or 85? I personally think that 65 millimeter 1S whoops should not be carrying an HD board. It's too much weight, and they're always on 080 something motors. Not enough prop for them. If I had to say 65, maybe the Beta 65 XHD, but that's a 2S quad, so you'll have to double up your battery count. 75 I think is the minimum size to carry a HD board, and I do like a 1S setup just because it's a lot simpler. As far as a 1S setup on 75, I opted to build my own, and I'm very, very happy with it. Yeah, 75 you're going to do with an HD whoop. Let's see if there's anything cool out there we can look at here. All right. Oh yeah, by the way, buy my grips. Pyro's got them. Let's see what we got. Pre-builts, all pre-builts. Let's see, pre-builts, all pre-built quads. No, that's not what I want. Tiny whips. All tiny whip products? No. All pre-builts. Let's see. This is actually a pretty good quad here. Same thing with this one, but I think the Cadx Vista, no, never mind, not that one. That's too much weight. Let's see. Does Beta FPV make a HD 75 millimeter? X series. Go away. Yeah, here we go. This one might not be too bad, but I haven't flown it to know for sure. Wait, is this a HD one? Nope, it's not an HD one. I thought the X series were all HDs. Maybe not. Ah, here we go. That's the one I'm looking for here, this guy. So 75X HD whoop. The only thing I don't like about the beta ones is you got to put a piece of foam underneath the canopy right here. Otherwise, you get a little bit of jello. That's why I really like the, that's why I liked this canopy really well. That came on the Modulus 6 HD is it's really, really stiff, so it doesn't want to kind of jello around on you. But this should be a pretty good build. This is 1103, 8,000 kV motors, so they're intending this thing to run on, what, 4S? 3S, okay, yeah, that makes sense. This would probably be a pretty good one. It's going to be scary. It's going to be loud, for sure. Naked Vista Beta 75. Yep, yeah, if you can find a pre-built like that. I don't know if Market Zero, I don't know if they make a pre-built Naked Vista. But personally, I would just build one yourself. But if you want to go 1S, 2S, 3S, it's all kind of up to you. That's the best thing about this hobby is you can do pretty much whatever it is that you want. All right, so back to the vidya. So I'm at a minute 16. Grab your pants. They're $300 here. Oh my, dude, no way. Yikes. Minute 16. I don't know what else to add to this. I mean, I've got everything in there. Honestly, I don't put a ton of effort into these IGOW videos. Every once in a while I do by doing some pretty creative track mats. So in the past what I would have done is, I would have made a mat for this gate back here to transition into this gate here, but I think, let's go to effects here. Video transitions, and no, video transitions, no, There we go. That's what I'm looking for. This might be kind of cheesy here. It's not bad. It's not good. It's not bad. And I've spent hours doing a mat before. Let's see, this video I want to trim just a little bit shorter. Maybe like right there. And fade. I don't know. Okay, let's keep going here. There we go, we'll do that, we'll do this. So here's the intro. I kind of redid my logo, kind of messed around with After Effects a little bit. This, I want to put a longer crossfade on. It's not going to let me do that. Awesome. So what we'll do is we'll do opacity. We'll do effects. Nope, that's not what we'll do. Opacity, where you at? Here we go. So we'll do 100% there. We'll do 0% here. Make our own little longer crossfade. I think I'll move this down a little bit. Make it nice and slow. There we go. That looks pretty good. Can you spin into bike 1? Can you spin into bike 1? Spin into bike 1. Market Zero, you are now a moderator. You can go ahead and post a link if you want. Robert Orlov, he said, can you spin into bike 1? So you're saying take the truck where I'm spinning and then go into the bike 1? Yeah, I can do that. That might actually look pretty good. Let's do this, and take this, move this to here, and we'll go to here, and we'll move this to there, and then we got, let's see if we can, oh, I gotta take that off of there. Let's shut off that effect. I gotta put a little bit more on that one, a little more length. There we go. We'll show that. There we go. Let's take a look at this guy. Go to. Oh, it didn't work. I'll just look for it. Drones, beta, HD, something. Where's it at? Oh, digital VTX series. Here we go. Let's see, beta 75X whoop. So here's the 75X that they have. And is this thing naked? No, I can't. No, there's no way they're going to strip down a Cadx Vista for this thing. Holy shit, you're right, they did. Wow. Huh. Damn it, you guys are just finding ways to make what little income I make off of this channel to just piss it away, because now I'm going to have to do this. Oh, man. Okay. Great. Thanks. Appreciate it. Thanks, Market Zero. You are the best. What motors they put on this thing? Oh, wait, a 3/8. Okay. So this is going to run on 4S? 3S. Oh, yeah, that's right. The Vista can run on 3S, not just 4. So 1103 8000 on 3S with the naked Vista. How much is this thing? $250. 260 bucks. Sorry, I used mad math. Rounded down to 250. How about you throw a crossfire in there? There you go. So, no, I would definitely go with just the DJI radio just because I happen to have one. No, this is pretty intriguing because if it flies really well and takes good video, except that's kind of like, how heavy is my, grab a scale, be right back. All right, I'm curious now. I can't remember how much this thing weighed. So let's, on. Nope, that's backwards, isn't it? There we go. All right, so here is my current 1S rig. Oh, I'm gonna be scared about how much this is. This thing's gonna be a porker, isn't it? $37 grams. So this thing weighs not double, but pretty close to double. Oof, I don't know, man. That's a lot of extra weight. I don't know, it's a lot of extra weight. How much is this thing? Let's just weigh all the things now, because why not? 89 grams. 20. Okay, we'll stop weighing stuff. But that's very intriguing. It's definitely a thing. It's a thing to consider. I've got one of those Nebula Nanos, and I think I've got an extra Vista sitting around somewhere. I should sell my custom-built tiny whips. You know, I'm not in this hobby to make money, but I'm definitely not in it to lose money. Between what I make through the affiliates, YouTube ain't shit, by the way. Patreon, which is most of the way I can support this hobby, and then the grips. If I started doing stuff like that where there's very little profit margin and I'm spending a lot of time doing it because you gotta pay yourself, my wife would kill me. She'd be like, "Nope, this is it. You're done." Because it's gotta have a point, you know. I don't know if that makes sense. Am I rambling? I might be rambling. Maybe. I used to build my own frames, or cut my own frames. Maybe I'll cut a few frames, but I don't know. I usually, all the stuff I get into the channel, I usually just give that stuff away. Over on Patreon, by the way. Anywho, yeah, if I built a custom 1S whoop, it would fly great for the first time you crashed it, then it'd fly like crap, and then be like, "Oh, this thing's garbage." But I can show you how to build it. How's that sound? It's pretty easy to build. How about that's a good compromise. I'll show you how to build it rather than me building them, selling them. Okay, what were we doing? Oh yeah, video. Monada, yes, I definitely plan on showing you how to build one of these, but I was waiting on this frame because I hate this frame. This thing is just, it's like jello. This is a much better frame on this quad, and Beta FPV just started selling these frames, so I am going to be doing a build video where I'm transplanting these guts into this guts, and we'll take you along for the ride on that one. For sure. Okay. This video. All right, here we go. So I got a weird gap in here. I gotta clean that up. There. I wonder if we could do a twist into like darkness here. So got this video. We'll do opacity at 0 here. Now, where's the roll start at? Why am I not getting video? What's going on here? What the hell? This is what I get for editing off of NAS and streaming at the same time. Yup, that's what I figured would happen. Why is this doing this? Nothing's working. Okay. Time to do the old shutdown restart. Alright, so we got save as projects. Adobe. Nine. Save as. Close. Alright. We'll restart Premiere here. Alright. See if this works. Certainly just having a hard time reading them off my storage. Crap, what is going on here? Well, that's working. What the hell? Why are you being stupid? Oh, I hate when things like this happen. I have no idea what's going on. Why is that gone? I'm an idiot, that's why. Boop, there we are. Oh, jeez. Got me good. All right, so start changing the opacity. Let's go 100% here. It should be a quick little fade out, and then we can do the same thing here. We can bring this 0 to 100. Nope. Need to keyframe that. Another keyframe here. So we're going to go out into darkness and back. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, it's all right. It's got that little lull, that split-second gap right there. Let's see. Let's try to blend these two here. And fade. There we go. Tree surfing. Got the tree surfing going. Yes, and it is playing back that bad on my screen for some reason. Go down the slide. Around the tree, through the human gate. into my fat ass. There we go. And the Odysseus arrows. So let's see. Video transitions. I don't know if the iris will work well here, but we can give it a shot. I don't know. Acro. I fly in acro. For all this stuff, it's all acro or rate mode, however you want to call it. No auto level. I don't know. So I can do this, or I can go the hard way and do a, ugh, I don't know if I want to do that. Oh, too far. So what I can do is I can do a mask through here. No, I don't want to do that. So, by the way, Control Z, that's gonna be your best friend with this stuff. Back to this. Let's do a zoom in. All right. Here's the stuff that I said I didn't want to do, but I'm going to do it anyways because I think it looks better. Yeah, that's not going to look right. That looks like shit. All right, let's undo all of that because that looks like poo. Maybe invert. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. No, it's not. Clear. See, I'm not very good at this, and I know there's got to be an easier way to do this. I just haven't figured it out. And I've spent hours doing this. Oh, damn it. There we go. So we track forward one. So this is working pretty good. I think I need to have like really good defined edges to do like the auto tracking. There we go. What if you had the park where you land on yourself at the end of the video so you don't? Oh, that's a really good idea. That's a good idea. I like that. All right, let's clear this shit. No, I like that. That makes a lot of sense. See, I'm glad I got you guys here. All right, so this was, what is this? This is the park. Move this here. Park. Here's this. The Odysseus arrow. It's going to come from here to there. Yeah, that might actually work out a lot better. Oh, look at that. It's just, Sai, that was a great suggestion. It does kind of just translate right in really well. Maybe make this a little longer. Oh, no. Right there. So here we go. Kid on the bike. Go through that. Boom. Boom. There we go. I like that. That looked good. And let's see, where am I at? I'm at a minute 13. Wow, I got time to spare. I'd like to add in that. I'd like to add in the bike footage to kind of like almost like traveling to the park. I don't know. I don't know if it's getting too convoluted and too busy. Maybe we can shovel this down the road a little bit. And let's go here. Normally you can edit Insta360 footage right in Adobe Premiere, but for some reason the plugin's just not working for some reason. It's kind of irritating that it's not. Let's see what this is. It's just some other clips I had from today. Insta360 Go, awesome camera. I highly recommend it. Just the image stabilization on it's just really, really good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Put it between yeah, between the two. It's kind of cool about the Insta360s. You can change it from like a 1x1 to a 9x16 to a 16x9, and it makes completely different perspectives on it. And the audio's not terrible. I'll turn it on for a second here just so you can hear it. And this is actually mounted on like on my jacket, just kind of stuck in a pocket. So not terrible sounding. I mean, it's definitely worse. Let's go. What's going on here? Act right. Alright, let's get out of that. Let's get to this one here. The spot where I go through like a bunch of trees. Kind of looks neat. Right there. Let's put both the audio and the video in there, just for shits and grins. Yeah, that would be a good idea too. Just kind of like end it on that, like kind of like an outro almost. No, I think I like ending. I think I like ending it like this better. It's just kind of like, that's it. We can shorten that up quite a bit here. Nice crotch shot. Actually, I have to do manual edits here. So opacity is going to be 0. Go back a split second, back up to 100. So, oh, that looks weird. Yeah, the landing of the quad is kind of like it's like a marker point, like done. Landing and crashing work, for me, I think they work well for ending a sequence or a clip. The other thing is if I need more time, I can leave my logo off the end too. It's just kind of a habit to bookshelf it with the logo. But let's face it, who the hell watches to the end anyways? You guys do though, right? I hope. All right, let's pop that back in there. Get a little crossfade going. Most overused effect I have. Oh, what happened here? A bit longer of a fade. There we go. By the way, I can't hear any of the audio. I got my speaker shut off. That way I'm not messing with you guys too much. You look at my fridge and it's nothing but kale and veggie burgers and carrots, potatoes, and PBR, the drink of champions. There we go. I think that looks good. Let's take it from the top here. Got logo. And, oh, what happens there? So, like I said, because I'm editing off the NAS and I'm also streaming, it does kind of struggle a little bit for some of these transitions. So this part here is actually a dynamic link to an Adobe what is it? After Effects composition that I have going on here. So we'll go from that to popping right in there. Nope, don't want that. We'll go here. B, opacity, zip. Let me play for a couple seconds and bring it up to 100 there. That's how we go. There we go. By the way, yeah, my exhaust fell off last week. It was an $1,100 exhaust, and this, take a look at this. This is what having a truck for 3 years in Michigan does to it. Take a good look at what the underside of this thing looks like. Granted, it's an 04, so this old girl been around for a long time, but man, those salty winters really, really wreak havoc on it. By the way, just so you guys can see, so all the other stuff here is filmed with the my custom build. This clip here was filmed with the Beta 65X. I don't have it on the bench here. So this is using Beta FPV's HD whoop board. Not bad. You can tell definitely, like, once you get off to the side here how bad the fisheye is, but it's really bright and it does have quite a bit of jello, but well, sometimes you can see it, but in this clip, it's not bad. And then this is the run cam, but the FPV view on the run cam is 100 times better than the beta one. Ohio kills cars. Yeah, what, Ohio's chief exports are rust and poverty. Big Sin, a bunch of yeah, Big Sin, dude. Welcome, man. Michigan. I'm from Michigan. I'm born and raised. I've been there almost my entire life, except for the last 3 years. I've now moved to southern Alabama for work. You know, military moves you around. So there we go. Minute 26. Should be pretty good right there. Yeah, Big Sin. So I was from Howell, if you know where that's at. It's about 30 minutes north of Ann Arbor, about an hour west of Detroit. And then I also lived in Traverse City, Michigan, which, man, I missed that place. That was just beautiful. Oh, you're in Dearborn, Dearborn? Cool. I got a lot of family and friends in Dearborn. Mostly Ford execs and employees. Traverse City is amazing. Yeah, growing up as a kid, going up north to Traverse City area, go dirt bike riding, trail riding. My entire life, I've always I want to live here. That's where I want to live. So, me and the wife got transferred up to Traverse City from Detroit, and we bought our retirement home. It's there. We're renting it, and we plan on making it back for sure. T-Bird added a VTX and XM Plus to my Tiny Hawk 2, bound to the XM Plus, and now my Tiny Hawk is beeping and flashing a red LED. Any idea what to check? Check your channel mapping in Betaflight. Make sure that your channel mapping and your modes are set up correctly. In the Betaflight receiver tab, you should be able to see your sticks move. If not, then you probably have to change in the Betaflight configuration tab. You know what? Screw it. I'll just show you because that's where we're at. Let me reopen Betaflight. Betaflight. So I just have this. Kind of destroyed AIO. Had a MOSFET pop on it. Okay, so no sticks. Something you need to do when you add that to it is you have to go to configuration here, and yours should be set up that looks kind of like before. It should have looked like SPI RX and FRSky X or D, something like that. You're going to need to change it to serial-based receiver and S-Bus, and make sure you save that. And additionally, you're also going to have to go in your ports. You're going to have to enable serial words. Oh. You have to enable serial RX on, I think, UART 1 if you haven't done that yet. Robert Orlep, thanks for stopping by. Really appreciate it, and we'll catch you around some other time. Yeah, Traverse City is absolutely amazing. The spring, summer, and fall make you forget about how intense the winter times are. I was up there, I think it was 2014. The average temperature in February was -30. And if you're not in America, that's in Fahrenheit freedom units. So that's pretty damn cold. Have I popped apart your, popped it apart? When you popped it apart? The Advanced 75 kit. I still have it. Here it is. I still use it. This is typically the quad that I use right now for my pre-runs. Like if I want to map out where I'm going to fly in a scenario, I'll fly it with this. This is one of my favorite flying quads that I have right here. One of my faves for sure. All right, let's go ahead and check something real quick. 12 viewers, cool, man. That's a lot more than I thought I'd have for this. And 118 playbacks. Cool. Looked at the build. yeah, it's not a whole lot to it. I've had the canopy off a few times just to take a look around. It's a good built quad. I really like it. I really like that one. Okay, let's do this for a minute here. Dual desktop because I need my space. So we're gonna look for, you know what? No, I don't need that. Let's go back to single here, and I use Epidemic Sound because YouTube is a dick, and they took out. So they used to have a program or a web page you could go to. You could put in the artist and title of the song, and it would tell you what the copyright was on it, and that seems to be gone. So now I can't just like see if the song will work and pop it in. So now I've subscribed to Epidemic Sound. Yep, it costs money monthly, like freaking everything else does. So between Epidemic Sound, TubeBuddy, Adobe, I barely break even with this channel, but it's fun. I like it. So hopefully this isn't too ridiculous for you. I'm going to shut off the desktop audio, so all you're going to hear is my mic. And I need to listen to some songs to kind of figure out what I want to put in here. I already don't like it. Maybe. So here's how I do it nice and like real quickly. So I'll show you the dual screen setup. So what I'll do is nope. There we go. That's what I want. So I'll bring this back to the beginning, and I'll bring this to the beginning, and I'll do it real crappy like. I'm really liking this. I think this is going to work out well. All right, I think I have a winner there. That was quick. Usually that takes me quite some time to figure out, but I think that is going to be, it's the winner. So let's download full mix. So Epidemic sounds kind of cool. So if you do download all stems, and by the way, I am definitely not sponsored by Epidemic Sound. They do have some pretty neat features. So let's do single desktop again. Bring up my downloaders. Over here, I want to see the chat. There's the chat. Oh, back to the chat. The timing of the beat, the drop, and the slide works so. Yeah, I know it works pretty well. Travis Stevens, welcome, buddy. Random quick question: do you have a Thingiverse linked to that 3D printer PCB holder? I can get you one. Stand by. Working on two screens here, so I'm off to the side. Vice. And yet another machine vice. C, Control V, chat, and boom. Travis, there you go, buddy. A little tip for printing the vice is the little pins. If you print them flat, reduce the Z and the reduce the Z distance just by a hair, and reduce the Y. No, reduce the X. Well, basically you want them to be skinnier and shorter, if that makes sense. How can I explain it? Hang on. Let's. Sorry, we're going off on a tangent here. All right. So if this is the pin that holds the thing together, which these are what holds the two halves together, you want to make this shorter, and you want to make this dimension here shorter. Leave the length alone. That's just a tip I can give you. Otherwise, you'll end up busting them when you put them in. Okay, back to Premiere. So anyways, with Epidemic Sound, you can download the full mix, which is the whole song, or the other thing they do is they do download all stems. So what you'll get is just like this is just part of what's going on here. So now, so you hear just bits and pieces of what it took to make that song. So if there's one that has vocals, you can take that vocal track out. Kind of cool, huh? But of course, you know, this is a paid service. So this is just the melody of that song. So it's kind of cool. You can play with it and like mix and match when the beat drops and stuff like that. But you know, it's an IGOW video. I like IGOW. It's definitely pushed me to do different things I never really would have done. But I think we're gonna plop and drop here. All right. Let's hit play. I'm gonna turn down desktop audio. If it's too loud, let me know. Yeah, I can't hear what you hear, unfortunately. I don't have an audio loop back. I just have the lav here. I want to add a little more audio in there. Crossfade, constant power, here we go. It sounded better last time. We can tweak this a little bit. So right here is the drop. So let's add a marker here. Let's see, Travis Stevens, missed it. What are you flying here? So I'm flying a combination of a custom-built 1S75mm HD whoop and a Beta 65X HD. Yeah, that's yeah, Psy. That's what I plan on doing there. So this, I wanted the drop to be when I hit the top of the slide. So here's where the slide is. So you see I got my little marker there. So here's the drop on this. So what I'm going to need to do is I need to either stretch out my timeline, or so I can, shit, how do I do that? How do I rate? How do I change the rate? Rate. I don't know if I want to learn that today. So I'm taught, I taught myself Adobe Premiere via University of Google. So let's see, I want here and I want here. I want those to match. So let's gonna jump on the HD craze soon. Yep, it's cool. It's getting better and better. I just need to find a decent platform to learn, and a Hero 6 for the low. The Hero 6, I picked up a naked Hero 6, already pre-gutted. I just got to put it in the case from Good Venture Drones. It wasn't. I mean, it was kind of expensive. It was $250, I think, which isn't that bad, but I don't have to screw with it. The Tiny Push from Nameless RC. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Same thing with the quad that Tommy's building. Tommy Tiabata, the UMA 86. That looks pretty good. Beta FPV's making one that's kind of integrated with their Beta FPV naked GoPro set. Yeah, UMA 95, that's what it is. IGOW competitions, the max size is 85mm ducted. So just something to keep in mind here. Okay, task at hand here. So I need to, I wonder if I could just strip a couple beats off the beginning here. So let's try this. This is probably cheating here. Let's make this shorter. Let's see if we can't line these two up. There we go. And we'll go and stretch that back out. And what I do to cover up, like where I make really weird rough cuts in audio, is just put a constant power crossfade in there. Wouldn't even know what happened. But hopefully it doesn't script the beat on the rest. Such a give and take thing. Ooh, that looked good. Let's say it one more time. I like it. All right, Travis. Well, we'll see you around, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so here we can duck the audio. Let's bring this down just a hair. Do the constant power thing. Ah, there it is. All right. So then, you know, sometimes you get worked up about the end of the video, but trust me, everybody's clicked off long before you get to the outro. Well, folks, I think that's a wrap. That I think that turned out that looks pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. I really appreciate all the suggestions you guys have put in on this. So, with that said, I guess we can talk about some of my export settings here. So, I'm going to rename this to IGOW week 9. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. T-Bird asked, Beta 75X or Meteor 75? Let's go look at the difference. Let's go look. So you're talking Beta 75X or Meteor 75? All right, let's see. Meteor 75 or the Beta 75X. Is this the Beta 75X you're talking about? Probably this one. That would probably be more like what you're talking about here. Let's see. Nope, I'm already more on board with the 75 than the 75X. 3S is just, that's too much. It's too much. They're going to be very much the same sort of thing, but I would probably say the 75 would be better. Except for the VTX on the 75 only goes to 25 milliwatts. Not that it's very much of a difference, but the thing I really don't like about Beta FPV products is where they put their VTX antenna. So the radiation pattern on this antenna, all right, so the radiation pattern is like this, so it comes out to the sides. So the tip here, out in like a 45, is just a complete null. So you get a really poor coverage. So what I usually do is I usually clip back the canopy, stick the antenna up, and I put a little hot glue there to kind of hold the antenna upright, kind of maybe back a little bit so when you're flying forward it's upright, and that'll give you the best radiation pattern, so you get much better VTX coverage. I like the motors in this, the 1102 18,000s. These are really nice. This thing is basically it's basically this guy here, except for this has what frame is this has it has a little bit better frame, and this has the silverware 1S whip board on it. So look at that, no USB port, no Betaflight, no messing around. And then the other thing is you definitely got to go with the BT 2.0 connectors. They make a big difference. But yeah, I would say probably the Meteor 75 would be my pick out of these, because I don't know. I just don't like, the batteries get heavier, the quad gets heavier. It needs more power to fly, so you need a bigger battery. There's no free lunch in this, so you're compromising. Yeah, that's my opinion. I would say Meteor 75, not the Beta 75X. But you'd probably be happy with either one of them. I just like flying. No matter how crappy it looks, I still like flying. Mike Bergman, hey Betty, welcome to the live stream. We're doing an IGOW video edit. I just converted the GMB 27 connectors. I'm digging them. Yeah, that is a heck of a nice connector. Just like with everything else, like with the receivers and the transmitters, everybody's starting to get proprietary. Things are getting fractured. There's more and more variety out there, and then now we have another battery connector. It's like the PH 2.0 stuck around for a long time, which was kind of cool. Long time being about a year and a half in this hobby. All right, back to the video. So I have my IGOW video here. I'm going to go to Export Media. I'll show you my export settings. So my export settings I have right here. With Adobe Premiere, it now uses your GPU to render video. So a 10-minute 1080p 60 frames per second video before this would take me about 20 minutes to render. With the GPU acceleration, it's now about 5. It's a huge difference. T-Bird, thanks. I'm looking for something. By the way, Tiny Hawk Tiny Trainer. Are you looking for something specifically indoor inducted? Because if you're looking for just something that size and you're going to fly outside, I would suggest going non-ducted. They're going to fly better. Like the Tiny Racer? Emax Racer 2? Oh man, I'm drawing a blank here. What the heck is this thing? Yeah, Tiny Hawk 2 Race. Ugh, jeez. Yeah, this is a really good outdoor flying drone. Pretty decent price too. I like that one. Okay, so back to this. Here's my export settings for video. The Emacs Freestyle looks good, and it's an open prop. Yeah, if you're planning on doing freestyle, the Emacs Freestyle is all right. But if you want like a fast, snappy quad, the Tiny Hawk 2 Race is pretty good. The Freestyle, the old Freestyle was okay. I didn't like the camera on it, but the new Freestyle 2 fixed that. They have better VTX, better camera. It's all around just a better quad in general. So anyways, my export settings, 1920 by 1080, obviously. Square pixels, frame rate, I keep the same as the source, so it's going to be 5994. Encoding settings, hardware encoding, profile high, level 5.0. Bitrate settings. So this is kind of a controversial thing because YouTube takes whatever your bitrate, like I think a 1080p 60 frames per second video for YouTube is like 13 megabits per second. I do constant bitrate at 24 megabytes per second. You have to do constant bitrate to be able to use hardware encoding. So I do constant bitrate, and then the rest of this is the same. Audio, ACC, 4800 kilohertz stereo, quality high, 3200 kilobytes per second, and bitrate. Multiplexer, I just leave it standard. Captions, I don't use it. I do use maximum render quality here, and then for publish, I have basically my login here, and it exports to no playlist, and I title it needs title. That way I know when I go into YouTube Video Manager, it pops out to me to like do something with it. I kind of put my pre-canned description in there. It's really long, and then that's it. And then I just hit Q, and it will open up Adobe Media Encoder. Eventually. So my computer is pretty well built, except for my CPU. If any of you care, so here's the specs of my computer. It's a Ryzen 7 2700X with a gigabyte RTX 27 Super, AI liquid cooler, 64 megabytes of RAM, because when you're using After Effects, it just destroys the RAM. You really need a lot. In a NZXT H710i case, a really nice build. I really like this thing. The CPU is the big bottleneck here. It's just a 4-core, 8-thread. I got a good deal on a Corsair keyboard, which I would never pay for. This thing is like, I'm picking up right now. It's got to be 5 pounds. I'd never buy something like that. So I got a good deal on a RX 580 GPU, the CPU, the keyboard, gaming mouse. Trade it for a Ishin Lal. So I'm kind of waiting for Ryzen 4th gen to come out to upgrade the CPU, because it's not that it needs it, but I could definitely use it. I've seen plenty of times where it would certainly help me out. So that's it. I'm not going to go ahead and render this out, because when I do it, it's going to automatically start uploading and it's going to cripple this stream. So I'm going to leave it there. But for all you that stuck around, I have a treat. If you caught my last live stream, I was talking about what is my next quad for the upcoming race season. Last year was mostly the Tiny Hawk 2 and the Modulus 6 and the UZ65, but here I hope is going to be the next one. So this is the newbie drone B-Brain V2. There she is in all her glory. 65 millimeter, real notchy motors. These things are, what are these? 0802 18,000 kV motors. This is basically it's basically a Modulus 6 non-race with beta FPVs, camera board, flight controller, and dang it, I hate this camera always changes its settings and does not leave it alone. Jeez. So there we go. Oh, I can zoom in. Look at that. There we go. There she is. Yeah, it's weird. My Logitech Brio never really retains its settings. So there it is. This is the newbie drone B-Brain V2 blah blah something or other. I saw this. I really like the way it looked. It is the only other that I know of all-in-one board. Truly all-in-one. VTX, receiver, ESC, flight controller, all-in-one. Other than Happy Model, this is the only other one I know of. And I wish I could find this for sale, but they don't seem to be selling just that board. And yes, I do love the yellow and black. It looks real good. Haven't flown it yet. Literally got it today. Just opened the box right before the stream. I haven't even turned the props until now. Ooh, them's notchy. Man, they're notchy. The brushless hummingbird is also a very good quad. I think I might have a problem, people. I may have a problem here. God, I hope my wife doesn't watch this shit. She's gonna murder my ass. So yeah, this is the brushed hummingbird. This thing's pretty nice. I like this. This has Project Mockingbird and a silverware flight controller. So you see, no USB port, no beta flight, no muss, no fuss. But this is a full fat beta flight experience here. Not particularly looking for a board with an SPI receiver, but I mean, there's not a lot of other choices, so I would definitely go with that. Like I said earlier in the stream, a lot of my micros are running Crossfire. Now that my Tango 2 will use a multi-protocol module, I'm not going to use Crossfire on my micros because it's just wasted weight, because the VTX and the receiver, in my opinion, should be paired well together. The receiver should outrun the VTX, because you'll notice you're running out of signal in your eyeballs faster than you'll notice it on your little RSSI bar or your outputs or your readouts on your radio. For me, that's the way it should be. Crossfire clearly does that, but it's too much extra weight for way more range than you need on a micro. Now, if the SPI boards and the 25 milliwatt VTXs that are in these things are fairly well paired, then that's good enough. I don't need anything more than that. But I don't think this is technically an SPI board. You know what? Let's find out. Let's go ahead and let's click into beta flight. I haven't plugged this into the computer yet. I plan on doing a full tutorial on this thing, because I've had a lot of people ask me about what to do with pre-builts. So let's go to configuration, and this is a SPI board. Well, maybe it's better than Happy Models. We'll see. Is it possible to swap a Cadx camera into the Modulus 6, or would it be too much weight? You could swap it in there, but I don't think it'll fit in the stock mount, because the Modulus 6 uses. Let's unplug this thing. Oh, it's got LEDs. Oh no, I gotta plug that in. You guys gotta see this. It's got LEDs. I freaking love LEDs. I'm such a dork. Bench cam. There we go. Look at them. Look at them LEDs. Gosh, that's sick looking. Can't wait to fly it. So the receiver, it has two receiver antennas, unlike most SPI boards. So that's different to me. There we go. All right. Yeah, it's SPI. It may be their coding for SPI, but it's definitely an SPI board. Let's see. Somebody asked me a question. Sorry. gotta take a drink. It's just water, folks. Just water. Okay. Back to the questions here. Mike Berwin, yeah, I caught up my lefty for multi-module. They'll fit. Yeah. The only place I've been able to find multi-protocol modules are Banggood. And if you do decide to go to Banggood, I'm going to be a dirty person right here. I feel horrible doing this, but if you go there, please click through my links so I can get a portion of the sale, and they'll keep sending me shit so I can show it to you and eventually give it away to you, because that's the end of the life cycle for pretty much everything they give me, is I end up giving it away. Either to you or somebody in need, or trying to get people into the hobby. I've given away plenty of, probably 3 complete RTF kits. Goggles, controller, quad, batteries, chargers, to a bunch of people trying to get them into the hobby. Gave one to my brother. I think he probably sold it for a dime bag. I don't know. Trade it for a dime bag, whatever. Let's see. Is it possible to swap the Cadx camera into the Modulus 6? All right, so the camera that's in the run cam is this one. This is what's in the, no it's not. This one. This is what's in the Modulus 6. So it's, the mount kind of like presses on the back of it. The Cadx, let's see if they got a comparable camera. So they got the Kangaroo, they got the Turbo EOS, and then the Firefly, but that's a camera VTX combo. So I'm going to say you probably can't swap one in there unless you print a, damn it, you're right. Sorry, my bad. There we go. Thank you. All right, this is the camera that's in the Modulus 6, so there's no mounting to it. And here's, I think, the smallest thing that Cadx makes is the Turbo EOS 2. Maybe the Kangaroo V2, that's pretty small too. But yeah, that's what's on there. Mike Bergman, all right, so let's look back up here. Oh, let's see, I'm running 3 of those boards in different builds. I love them. One is a 2S 3-inch toothpick. Cool, man. Yeah, they're pretty good boards. Sai says, I have a Cadx on my Novice 2. I love the video it produces, and the Modulus has a Nano 3. So the Nano 3 has changed. The early model Nano 3s I really like. The new ones, they had the new lens manufacturer, I don't like as much. They're a little bit narrower field of view. But Cadx makes a pretty decent camera. Quality control isn't quite what RunCam is. RunCam, you know you're probably going to get a good product right out of the bat. Focused, well adjusted, you know. Cadx, I've had to adjust and refocus every Cadx camera I've ever bought. They weren't ever too far off, but they were a little bit off. Celis, welcome, buddy. Did you get your Cine Queen? If you didn't, I'll look up your tracking for you. Sai, we're looking at your, thank you. Don't feel horrible for asking that. I'm going to click on your Banggood affiliate link right now and order the IRX4 Lite since you mentioned it, and I'm in need of one. Well, thanks, Mike Bergman. I really appreciate that. So I put out a video about how to update the IR or the other NPMs, not the FR Sky ones, but the other 2. If you bought an old one, they came without a bootloader on them, so you have to desolder it and solder in a TTL adapter? No, FTDI adapter to make it work. And then after that, you can flash it through the USB port. The Tango 2 will not use this guy. This is the, you're not going to focus. Oh yeah, that's right, green screen. So, hey, you want to see something kind of cool? A little more behind the scenes for you. So, filters, and you want to see what it looks like? It looks like this. Green screen. Boop, boop. So with this one here, this won't work on the Tango 2. FR Sky has come out, or TBS has come out and said that FR Sky uses an extra pin that they don't use, and they didn't know it, so it won't work. Seems awfully convenient to, I don't know, we'll see. But it's also not in the software because they're not integrated into OpenTX yet. They're still using FreedomTX, so they can kind of do and say whatever they want until then. But anyways, let's see. Wrong background. Sibler, hey buddy, welcome. It's so narrow, I'm not very fond of it. I am not either, but it's one of the lightest cameras out there. The new FPV Cycle Cadx Ant Light is wicked good. Let's go look at that. Menu. Where is it? Frames, flight controls, motors, ESCs, video transfer, props, camera, props, FPV cams, let's see, where's it at? Oh, here it is. Ooh. I like that. I like that it has a pin header, because the thing I didn't like about the other ones is they break right here, and RunCam puts a really heavy-duty Celastic on there that you have to like really like pick through to try to resolder them. Let's see. Haven't checked the mail. Got back from the beach. It was great flying, dude. I can't wait to see your flight at the ocean. It's something I've always wanted to do. I just never had the opportunity, but I'm stoked to see it. And your editing style, I take this in spirit in which it's intended. It's crude, but it's really good. It's very enjoyable to watch. Mike Bourbon, yeah, TBS pulled the FR Sky here, pulled an FR Sky here, with the XJT not being compatible. Look, yeah, they did. We'll see what happens once the Tango 2 gets adopted into the actual OpenTX universe here. Brandon's Baked Beans, so cheap too. Oh my God, I have standard Ant and it's small AF. Yeah, this thing is freaking tiny. I keep forgetting to come to FPV Cycle to look for stuff. They're just not. They're not like on my scan pattern. So here's the Nano 3. So this is the old lens. This was the good one. Had the big round lens on it. The new one looks like this, where it's got this like 4-prong notchy thingamabobber. So what's this week's challenge on Whoops? It is, ooh, okay, here we go. I've got a list because it's a long one. Off the top, you have to do all 6 of these maneuvers. A chase clip, a minimum of 3 seconds. A self-landing, landing on yourself. A human gate, fly through a gate made by a person, like legs, arms, things like that. A tree surfing, where you fly around the canopy of a tree for 5 seconds. A slide disarm, so you land on a slide, disarm, go down the slide, rearm and take off. Throttle control challenge, which is you need to fly from one end, from bumper to bumper under a truck without tapping anything. Once you do those 6 things, you need to do at least one of these. Fly through a letter gate, so if you had a sign that's made of letters, you have to fly through like the O or the A, you know, you kind of get it. A natural dive gate, so you find something that's just out in the wild and dive it, kind of like a basketball hoop or a piece of gym equipment, something like that. An Odysseus's arrow, so it's just a constant going through the same object, kind of like a bunch of bike racks just flying through the bike racks. And a gorilla gate, which I really want to do, but I'll be honest, I ain't got the balls to do it. Go to a store and go whip through the store and have somebody fly through a gate in the store somehow. Like, I think one of the examples was the guy's family was walking around with Christmas wreaths and he was banging through the gates. So if you do all those 6 and then just one of these extra ones, your video has to be 1.5 minutes. If you do more than one of those extra ones, you can go up to 2 minutes. It's a pretty hefty challenge. Next week is probably going to be some sort of challenge. Like so, every 5th week they take the pilots that are still in the running and they cut them in half and they give half a letter. So last time it was like self orbits, like who can get the most self orbits, and basically the top half didn't get a letter and the bottom half got a letter. So next week will be a competition like that of some sort. Did the natural dive and Odysseus's arrow. Yeah, I made my own Odysseus arrow with whoop gates. Let's see if I can show this. All right, let's do bench cam. Let's configure, turn my focus back on to auto. Oh, and zoom back to standard. Okay, here we go. Let's see if this will show. So this is what my basement looks like right now for the Odysseus arrow. So I kind of made my own. I don't know if that's cheating or they didn't specify, so I don't know. I usually don't catch the IGOW live streams because they're like multiple hours long. Oh, does it really say that? Man. All right, well, screw it. I still kept my video at 1:30, so I'll just let it roll. I don't have time to reshoot and re-edit it, unfortunately. I wish I did. They printed the rules someplace? I don't like having to watch the video for the rules. Weekly challenges. Oh, it's in video description. Well, let's head over there and take a look. Chase clip human gates, 5 through human gates. Let's see, where's Odysseus' arrow? Odysseus' arrow. Find at least 12 gates gaps in a row, then fly through them. At least 12. You are not allowed to set up your own gates unless the gates are humans. Well, that's just freaking dumb. Okay, well, screw it. I didn't realize they were in the description because the 2 letters I have is because I didn't follow directions and ended up getting a letter because I can't remember the video, like what they said, but if I can read it, I could probably remember it. So that's good to know. Oh. Yeah, I can't think of a place to go to find a Odysseus's arrow, to be honest with you, off the top of my head. A letter gate. I could do a letter gate. So that's a big chunk of my edit was the Odysseus's arrow. That was. Where was that at? That was this part here? Yeah. Can you do a trippy spin with tiny lips? Yep. I did one last week. I did a dive too. So I mean I've got all my requirements. The I wasn't sure on the Odysseus arrow, so that is the second trick for the optional stuff, and I still made my video at 1.5 minutes just in case I didn't take it, because I wasn't sure on the rules on that, but maybe I'll find a letter gate. Maybe I'll find a letter gate somewhere. No, Brandon's Baked Beans. I got the dive right right here. So I got the one optional thing. The rest was just gravy at that point. If you do a letter gate, put it up to Sesame Street. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm trying to think of other things that would work well for an Odysseus arrow that are kind of common. I know bike racks are an easy one. Oh, where do I find the whoop challenges at? It's in the Reddit. See where we're at. Where are all the things? So here was last week's. I found like 6 park benches next to each other, flew through armrests. Ooh, that'd be a good one. I can't think of any place where I'm at that has that. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank at what I could do, because I really want to do that one. College campus. Yeah, I got to keep thinking about this one. There's got to be something. Something in my daily travels. Razor wire. I can't think of razor wire. Man, really racking my brain on this one. Screw it, maybe I'll just have all the people I work with or that work for me just stand up in a row. I need 12 of them though. I don't think I have 12 people. Yeah, I got 12 people. Yeah, I'm flying tomorrow. What about the park you're at? Does it have monkey bars that hang down in a U shape? No, they don't. I thought it did, and it didn't. And I was going to use that. That was my plan for the Odysseus arrow. So, oh. So there's a lot of stuff at this park. I thought that this thing here had something I could work with, but it didn't. Get some to run around to the back before you finish the arrow. Oh, that's a good idea. wonder if I could get 6 of them. They could hold their arms out like this way, and then once they made it through, they swap to the other side. So I could just make like a U loop. I don't know if that would count for the Odysseus arrow. So I don't know if it has to be kind of in a straight line in a row. Yeah, that's vague enough where I think it kind of has to be straight. I really wanted to do the gorilla gate. I just don't want to piss anybody off. I could definitely do a letter gate. There's a Mickey D's around me. Bleachers. Oh my God, Market Zero. Yeah, bleachers. Holy crap. Yeah, I go past a set of bleachers every day on my way into work. I'm gonna do bleachers. Yeah, there's gotta be space for that at the bleachers. So if you know it involves flying in a store, I would be in. Yeah, it's COVID. Nobody goes to the store. Just send it, dude. I'm in southern Alabama. That COVID ain't getting me. But everybody's out. Half the people are wearing masks. Half of them are just wearing them over the nose. Half of them are wearing them under their chin. I don't. My employer requires me to wear them at all times, and I can't be caught outside without it. Otherwise, I will face the wrath of my employer. So I have to wear a mask basically 24 the entire time I'm at work as well. Make sure your quad is masked though, please. Yeah, no kidding. Bleachers. I think that's gonna work. I have to hit up on my way to work or on the way home. Trying to plan out my day now. Most of the video is edited, so I can just clip my current Odysseus arrow out and drop that one in. I think they got next week's challenge posted now. Speed loops. What are speed loops? Let's see. All right, so next week's challenge. If you're not allowed to speed up the footage, okay, yeah. Requirement: 90-second maximum video length. No exceptions. This includes intro, outro, title screens. Blah. Okay, we got that. Requirement 1: you must use an IGOW approved gate. An IGOW approved gate is any gate with inner dimensions that would fit inside a square. Okay, got that. Requirement 2, 3. Steel underpants. Next step, and then profit. Okay, that's weird. Why you know type there? I just don't want to watch it right now on the stream there because I'll get flagged probably. I wonder what this is going to be. I wonder if I had already just set up the challenge for next week. I really hope I did and I wasn't wasting my footage. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys, that's enough for me. It's pretty much midnight here. I'm going to upload this video regardless, just in case. I don't want to waste it if I got it. By the way, big day, another big day. I have my grips for sale on Parodrone. They have the whole lot of them. Go away. So, 2 major retailers now, Parodrone and Race Day Quads. So if you want to get your grips, check those 2 out. Check out my Etsy store. You can find everything right there. And everybody who came out today and gave me some good advice, I really appreciate it. Is orange on your Etsy? Oh crap, no it's not. I gotta add it. I'll probably do that tomorrow. T12 grips. T12. What is the T12? That's a jumper. Yep, I make those. Right there. T8 and T12, same shell. There's your T12 grips if you want to get a set of those. Here, I'll just make it easy for you. No, I got to add the orange. I haven't done it yet. I was waiting for Pyro to get them before I started adding them. Let's see. So it's Night Dude. Night Dude, awesome. Stay rad. Hope you get them caps. For Aaron's tank tomorrow. Oh, grips. Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for stopping by. Dude, I can't wait to see your edit from the beach. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking us out. And if you want to help me out, click those links. That'll stuff, and you know how it goes. Affiliate links, they help me out. They don't cost you anything. And if you have a YouTuber you'd rather support, go ahead. It doesn't bother me one bit. I appreciate the support that I get from the people that I do. All of you guys viewing, you're supporting me in one way, shape, or another. And make sure you support each other. But with that, I'll bid you all adieu. Have a good night, and I will try to stream another. Maybe I'll stream Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking us out, and see you around.